Hello everybody, how's everybody doing today? It's fantastic to see you all. I'm glad to be here. We're on the Brawl Duck channel. Remember everyone, this is kind of the third channel. You can subscribe to the other channels, Tyranno Duckleberry. I upload every day, stream highlights and sometimes normal content just made for that. For example, there's going to be a video coming out where I build Lego Woolworths. Here's a little sneak peek. Oh, it's a Lego Woolworths store there. So that video is going to be up on there sometime this week after this video, once I finish editing it. And there's the main channel. There's going to be a brand new video out every week. They're the long form ones. They're the good ones. But this is the Brawl Stars exclusive channel where I talk about Brawl Stars stuff. And today, guys, welcome to the very first episode of the Brawl Stars new player guide. Yay! Woo! So for this video, we're just going to go over the basics. You've probably already seen the video title, but this is definitely a new player guide. A big issue I see new players doing is not using their lanes. The game's got lanes. You might not know that. So we're going to talk about it, and I'm going to talk about how you can use lanes effectively to improve your game. That's what this is all about. It's all about getting better at the game. And once you start using your lanes properly, you're going to get substantially better at the game. You can trust me on that one. It's so good. Now look, I'm going to be using the Brawl Stars Explain pen, but we're going to be just looking at maps and discussing different positions on the maps where you can better utilize positioning. Just so you can think about it in different types of maps and different types of scenarios. This isn't like a catch-all. There's not going to be any gameplay in the background. This is purely I'm going to talk to you about it, and hopefully you'll enjoy it. But as always, leave comments on how I can improve it. I considered using replays and pausing the replays and stuff. It just seemed like a bit too much, especially for a new player guide. But once we start filming Brawl Stars Explained again, and we start getting those videos out, you'll be able to see that in action as well. So if you're a new player and you're looking to get better, make sure you can even submit on the Reddit, the Roguelike Duck Reddit, submit some of your gameplay, try to put this into action and be like, hey, I tried to use lanes, what am I doing wrong, I'm still losing. Send it through. We got the Brawl Stars Explained. That's the community coaching series, and that's what that's all about. So let's get into it. We are going to, oh, I'm doing this the wrong way. We're going to shrink down the camera a little bit. So as you can see, we've got a map here. So I chose Bridge Too Far. It's a heist map because this is one of the maps that I think perfectly exemplifies lanes. So we're starting with this one just so you can sort of get a bit of an idea on how it works. Because I guarantee you, if you're a new player and all three of you guys run down here and you're versing anyone with experience, they're all going to go bloop, bloop, bloop. And sure, you guys might win this lane. Then this guy's going to respawn. You guys might get some damage with these guys. Just going to come down here and go pew, 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 pew. Or they might even sit back and attack you from these angles here. So if I clear the screen, because I've seen this happen in my own games where they can just sit here and now you're being shot from multiple different angles while you and your team are hiding behind this box maybe and hiding at this wall, and you're fighting this person, and then this guy's down here for no reason, you know, maybe hiding behind here. It's not great. It's far better to fight your lane. Everyone comes up, usually fight around here. You guys come up and you guys fight around here, and you guys come down here and you guys fight around here, and if you win, you might be able to sort of walk up and help your friend here. If you win, you might be able to come up and help here. If you win, you might be able to come up and help either side. Lots of lines on the screen. Gets a bit confusing, but we're trying to paint that picture, right? Of like, okay, so mids won this lane. You've successfully won your lane, but your left and right are still fighting. Well, you can now shoot across the lake at them, and now you can apply pressure. That's going to help your guys move up. Once they get cornered, it's just going to be so much easier. You guys can just start focusing the safe. Maybe you just walk up and you just pop a Nita Bear on the safe. Why not? These guys are distracted over here on this side with their fights. They're distracted. You just walk up and drop a Nita Bear. Why not? You might have charged it in that fight. So fighting in your lanes are significantly better. If you guys just all run mid while these guys separate, you guys are just going to lose. Just straight up just going to lose. And in future new player guides, we're going to talk about a few other things that go into this, but this is sort of the base of it. Like, if you play your lane right and you win your lane, you're going to win more games. And it's true for every single game mode. You just have to win your 1v1. And if you get ganged up on, you need to get the hell out of there, right? And try to get one of your friends to help you on your team. And if they're not helping you, maybe you help them, and then you can all deal with the problems together and then win the objective. Well, we focus first and foremost on winning team fights and creating openings. Like I said, you could win mid and then just completely ignore the other guys, go throw a need a bear, and then maybe deal with them. It's fine. Objective's important, but also just winning your lane is really important. The game's built around lanes, and you got to win it. And I've seen so many times new players, and they don't play lane. They all full send mid. So we're gonna have a look at a Brawl Ball map now. This is a perfect example. I watched my younger siblings, they got into the game, and I watched them play. And as new players, it was astounding just to see some of the things that new players do, because they don't know about the lanes. It's not your fault, you don't know about the lane, right? So, Slalom Slam, this map's called. So if you're spawn left, or you want to take left, you can come here, and you've got this cover, and now you have angles here. You can run around this side, and you've got angles there, right? We're talking about the lane part first. Mid, obviously, you've got this beautiful cover here. This allows you to play all angles of the fight. And then on right, you can just sneak straight into this bush, and if you get enough opening, you can even play up here on this cover. And you're just going to get beautiful angles, and that person's just going to be there. You can tease them, poke shots at them. If you've got a better brawler, not necessarily a better brawler, but like if your brawler beats that brawler in a fight, say you're playing some sort of tank and it's just like a tick there, you can bully them out of that bush, send them all the way back to your goal post. Like, it's fine. That's generally how you'd want to play it. As soon as you spawn into the map, you're just like generally when I'm playing ladder, like, there are definitely like better characters to play mids and lanes and all that sort of stuff. When I'm playing ladder with randoms and I can't communicate, I just, I've spawned here, I'm gonna go play here. But with more experience, if you're playing with friends, you'll be like, yeah, I'm playing a character for mid. Doesn't matter where I spawn on left, I'm always taking mid. My character's great on mid. And your mates can just be like, yep, you got it, you have mid, enjoy, beautiful. When I've spectated my younger siblings play and other new players play at low trophy ranges, straight away, everyone is here. Oh my word. Nita will have a field day. Any character that has cleave damage, I'm saying Nita because new players, right? But any character that has any sort of cleave damage, splash damage, bell shots bouncing off, squeak, getting a sticky shot, they're going to have a field day and absolutely clean up one of those teams. Maybe you win every game because you're playing Nita and everyone is full sending mid. You're full sending mid and your Nita is just cleaving through everyone. You got a bear, all that sort of stuff. Lovely. I'm going to take the ball. Full team wipe. Let's go score a goal. Love it. Beautiful. That's not how you win games. Okay, that's... As soon as you get out of a certain trophy bracket, you're going to be so scared when you got someone there, someone there, someone there, and all three of you come up there, and then you're all shooting here because that's where you're used to everyone coming, and all of a sudden you're getting beamed by someone here. There's a Brock shooting a big rocket down that way, and you guys just die. You don't get a single pick. The whole enemy team's still alive. They take the ball and they get the goal. And then they proceed to do that game too as well because you full send mid again. Especially in Brawl Ball when it resets, maybe some of the arenas destroyed, maybe this doesn't exist anymore. It's still no excuse to go full mid. You still want to play as much to your lane as you can and try to win that lane. If there's not as much cover, maybe there's some bush, maybe you've got these barrels over here, you know. You want to play to what cover you have, play on your lane. Get good at duking, that's another thing we'll talk about in a future video, but just put your duke shoes on, bait those shots out. Do what you can, play your lane, because you're gonna do so much better for it rather than everyone full send mid. Especially when you get to high trophy ranges when gadgets exist. There are gadgets that are just going to destroy cover. There are supers that are just going to destroy cover. As I mentioned before, Brock's gadget, the big rocket fuel one, I think is what it's called, right? If he's in this lane and he goes pew 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 pew, that's going to blow that up. Everyone's going to take a bunch of damage because you're all hiding behind the same cover. So important to play your lane. There's other things that new players do. Everyone just seems to gravitate into the team fight, and that's another thing we'll talk about in another one. But it's especially important when you are here, 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 and maybe there's a big fight there. Don't just go gravitate into it and then die. It's another one we're going to talk about it. Playing to your range. We're going to go into in more detail in another one, but play to your range, and play your cover. Play your cover, play your lane, play to your range, right? Good, nice thing. So that's an example on Brawl Ball. Like I said, you win the team fight, create opportunities. You don't have to win in the sense of kill every enemy player. But if your left lane has essentially got this left lane completely locked up, and you're in mid, you've won your fight, right's won their fight, they've gone from here all the way up here to win their fight, you just come through, kick the ball to them, they run it through, right? Doesn't matter what's happening with these guys. This guy's distracted. If he tries to come through, your guy on the left will move up. You're moving up as well. If you know the left, pay attention to the kill feed. If you know the left hasn't died yet, they're still fighting, your guy's moving up. You kick the ball over here to your friend, and you walk up there to pinch him. Now you're both attacking this guy. Your mate's just going to get it in without a hassle, right? These guys are still spawning. Ooh, you do a little spin over here. Oh, emote on them, kick the ball, and we're having an absolute blast, and we're enjoying it, right? Win as much of the team fight as you need to win the objective, but play your lanes to do it. And just from that example you saw, having someone on the right lane that can go up like that is just beautiful ball passing opportunities. And Brawl Ball is really good playing a lane because you just create better positioning. Whoops, haven't changed my mouse. Here we go. So this is one, knockout's a little bit weird, but it's still playing a lane, right? This one I picked because it's a bit weird. You might be thinking, oh, well, if we're playing lanes, right, and I'm left, I'm going to get on this jump pad, and bloop, 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 bloop. You will probably die. You will probably get killed straight away, and completely throw the game, and create a 2v3 where the enemy team just collapses on you, and you die. Playing lane, still super important, right? Generally, everyone's going to walk up here. And then if you're left, you might want to play around here. Your mid's probably going to want to play here in this bush, and your right lane might want to come up, play on this cover here. So if they decide to go, the mid and right can just completely obliterate that jump pad fellow. They might even want to creep up into this bush to bully the enemy team's right lane. If they've decided to play in the bush, you'll see a lot of people, all the players will just sit in that bush. So you can see the advantage where if you have a player in every area, well, now this player can peek out, poke shots here. This player can just scout the bushes the whole time, and then you're over here on the left, and you can hit those beautiful spots there. And that might even force them out behind this cover. They might collapse back towards their spawn. And that's fine. A big thing with knockout is it's fine to play aggressive, but know your limit. If you do push them all back to spawn and they decide, oh, I'm going to hide here, I'm going to hide here, this one's going to go, oh, maybe I'm going to take the jump pad. You guys just chill, right? You can just chill here. Your mid just chills in that bush. Maybe a bit more up here. Right? So that if this guy decides to get sneaky, you and your mid can just blub blub. And your right can just chill. Just chill here. Shoot shots across the lake. If the jump pad decides to get used, your mid comes back to help the right, and they'll land about there, and you guys just go pew, 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 and that's a free kill. And these guys might move up in that instance, but then you've got the left over here to try to slow them down a little bit while still progressively coming back towards cover. You can see in that example where even though it's a bit not as clear where the lanes are, it's still just playing left side of the map, mid side of the map, right side of the map, right? It's a little bit stranger on this map, and that's why I wanted to pick it. Sometimes taking the jump pad is a nice little surprise. They're not expecting it. Make sure you have a character that can do it. I versed a Stu that was astoundingly good at it because he was able to just go shoot and then go jump in the bush and then hide. He only got away with that once. He tried to do it another time and we killed him because we were expecting it. So don't do it every time. But it's a nice little surprise. Sometimes your opponent doesn't expect it. The last map I'm going to talk about... Oh, I forgot to change my mouse again. The last map I want to talk about is Hard Rock Mine. A classic. We love it, right? It's great. Hard Rock Mine is not a hard rock to crack. But it's one I want to talk about because even in higher trophy ranges, people still think that this is the lanes. It's not the lanes. You have this beautiful set of cover here, right? This beautiful amount of bushes. It's so nice. It's so pretty. All that there for left and right, and still so many people will just go. It's essentially just all running to mid. Usually the right will go, hang on, I can get to this bush here. Hang on, I can shoot up here. That's fine. Alright, that's fine if you'd go blah, 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 blah. Well, so many people don't do that. And what they instead do is go blah, 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 blah. Maybe blah, blah, blah. This is also an acceptable position, I will say. But, you know, if you have a Jackie just go uncontested because you decided to go here, it's not great, but it's acceptable. It's acceptable. Okay, like that is an acceptable position. That is an acceptable position with your mid there. That is fine. That is fine. But you got to be careful if your opponent's using these lanes, because usually you'll have someone in there like a Byron or a Piper that's coming out and just collecting gems and then going back, you know, doing their thing. Maybe it's a Max dashing in and out. Maybe it's just a Mortis. And then there's like a Jackie and a BB that just go, they just get free reign. There's a Rico in this and a BB here, and the BB can just go through here into the back, completely kill everyone in there, and then run all the way back to the Rico for safety. It's scary when that sort of thing happens, and it can all be prevented by like, oh, I'm going to come here and now I'm going to shoot in there. Oh, I've hit someone. Now they're not coming down and abusing us all. They're now up here because they have to heal 2000 HP. And same for this side. Oh, I'm going to come up here. I'm going to shoot up here. And now they're not doing anything. And winning that lane just means you're mid versus their mid. And occasionally, like I said, if it's a BB and they've had to run back there, well, now maybe the BB's going to run out in mid with this guy. Well, that's fine, because you've got this beautiful angle here where you can shoot up there, you can shoot across there. They have to play this wall here to avoid your line of sight, and then quickly run back into the bush to get around to this angle where you can just go, oh no, I know you're going to come this way, I'm going to shoot back up here. And you've got your mid there as well. Your mid is going to be able to have all these beautiful angles, so when they try to, it's getting a bit clustered again. Well, when this person that's hiding there is trying to hide from your line of sight, being here, your mid's going to be right there. Maybe you've got a Piper. Phew. There's nowhere for them to hide. And see, having these angles by playing your lane, this is the beauty of it, right? That's the beauty of it. You can just completely prevent your opponent from having weird angles when they go off position. Because that right there, if that's a BB that wanted to play left and got scared and ran around here, that's a completely awful position. Assuming that their mid hasn't already killed your mid. So just this angle here, absolutely beautiful. And let's not forget, if your right's won their lane, well, now your right can just come out and bully over here as well. You've got all these beautiful angles on these maps, and you got to look at these maps in this way, and look at these maps and go, hang on, what angles can I get where I can really, really help my team get a good position? I've been playing a lot of Brawl Stars lately where that's not the mentality that a lot of players have. A lot of players are just like, oh, I'm the best player in the world, angry emote. And then they full send, feed. You gotta remember, every time your opponent hits you, you are giving them super. So being evasive, playing to cover, right? Playing to these walls, these covers, playing to the bushes where they can't see you, making it harder for them to hit you, that's going to prevent them from getting super. And the more hits you're getting, that's more supers you're getting, that's more you're able to create game-changing plays. But it all starts from just better play and better positioning. And we're not even getting into the nitty-gritty where we talk about, hey, well, what sort of character are you playing, right? Are you playing an assassin? Because maybe you do want to take those sneaky routes I just showed you on Hard Rock Mine around the left bushes and getting into the enemy team. Because you're an assassin, you're an Edgar or a Daryl or something like that. Something that can withstand, well, Edgar can't withstand it. Edgar's very squishy. But if you're a Daryl, right, you can take a pot shot from some Mr. P in the left lane and then completely collapse on the enemy team, roll into that Mr. P, eat him up. Oh, now mid's free. Mid's completely free. What are they going to do, right? You got to look at these angles and you got to think, how can I get the best value out of my character with my... Oh my god, I got the hiccups today, man. How can I get the best value out of my character on this map? What can I do? So remember, before you queue into a game on ladder, I'm not talking about Power League, but you can also see the map on Power League. But before you queue into a game on ladder, have a look at the map. Really look at the map and think about, well, what positions can I take here? What can I really do to get really good value out of my character? Where are the sneaky spots? Where are the things that I've been overlooking when I've been looking at maps? Because this is things that pro players, I'm not saying I'm pro, I have to look at the map and think about it for a bit sometimes, especially with new maps, because I'm returning to the game. But with some of the new maps, I've got to sit back and go, oh, well, hang on, what's going to be a really good position for me on this map with my character? I don't even want you going that hard just yet if you're a brand new player. I just want you looking at the map and identifying where the lanes are, where the cover is if you're playing left, right, or mid. Because, like I said, if you are new, you shouldn't think too hard about which lane is best for your player. Just if you spawn on the left, just move to the left side. Especially if you're in a low trophy count, I guarantee your teammates are still just going to run straight mid. But you can still make a difference in your game just by playing the lane. Just you individually playing the lane in a low trophy count is going to win you more games, just because the enemy team is still going to full send the middle. They will do it every time until you get to a certain trophy count where they stop doing that. And I can tell you that with full confidence, because the bots that they give you below 60 trophies will always full send mid without fail. It's when you get a new character at my level, the first 60 trophies is a cakewalk, because in Brawl Ball, you just score the first goal, they're all going to collapse down the mid, kill them, second goal, it's beautiful, it's fun. So just learn how to make a difference in your games by playing your lane. If you die less, you're going to win more games. Usually, unless you got one guy that's sitting in spawn, spinning around, angry emoting because he's tilting trophies for some reason. I don't know why they do it, but they do it. It's awful. I wish I could report them, but it is what it is, isn't it? So that's my tips for you. Let me know in the comments if you liked this style of video, if there's certain changes you want me to do to the videos. But I just wanted to discuss this. This is a big thing. A lot of new players don't do it. Like I said, I've watched so many new players come into the game. They collapse they gravitate into team fights, they run down mid, and it's insane. It's disastrous. Play some cover, play a bit slower. It's fun to be aggressive. There are brawlers that will completely complement you being aggressive, but even those brawlers need to stop, heal, think about the position. You should always be thinking about what position am I in? Why am I here? Sometimes you even hear me say that on stream when I'm playing this game. What the hell am I doing here? I need to get the hell out of here. I'm so out of position. So that's it, guys. Thank you so much. That's all I want to say. That's all I want to talk about. If you like the video, be sure to subscribe for more Brawl Stars content, and I will be back later in the week. Like I said, I'm going to try and upload about 3 times a week on this channel. Videos sort of like this. If you want to submit for Guess the League or Brawl Stars Explained, you can submit that over on the Reddit r/roguelikeduck, and I will be back later. See you later. Bye.